You may ask the question, where did the royal blue come from? In the flag, when Dunstan St. Omer had designed the flag in 1967, or for use in 1967, it had to be approved by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And when it was sent to England, the colors that he submitted was a royal blue, and what we now call yellow was actually gold. So you find that up to 1979, our flag was royal blue and gold. When we became independent and the cabinet decided to keep the same flag as our St. Lucian flag, the artist, Dunstan St. Omer, changed the royal blue to a cerulean blue. And that is the crux of the problem. He changed it to a cerulean blue. Now, when you look at cerulean blue, every company, because when I paint now, and you notice every company who produces cerulean blue gives you a different variation in this blue color. So cerulean blue is a funny blue. And this is why we have so many variations in the blue. And now, instead of gold, I guess people cannot get gold material or gold. So now the gold has metamorphosed into yellow. So it is a problem which has become a perennial one. And I personally don't see that we can get any resolution very quickly. Some time ago, Cabinet passed a cabinet conclusion giving a particular color that everybody should follow, but then I think the manufacturers of the flags have to be held to this particular color and this particular standard so that it becomes universal to us.
Yes, and I'm so happy that you're here to at least enlighten us on that, so maybe we can be a little bit more understanding and not just outright tell people, no, your flag is wrong, or that sort of thing, because like I said, this has been the greatest debate during, everything leading up to independence and even now. Okay. So at least at the end of this, you should know 1967 we were in associated statehood. Yes. So that's when we had the royal blue and gold. Yes. And from what I understand, from 1979 independence, we then had cerulean
blue, and it has changed into a yellow.
Okay, so you see, so I'm learning in the process. This is something that we all need to know. And again, it's part of our culture, our heritage. And just before we wrap up, since we did touch about the national symbols and making the day not just Flag Day, but national symbols. For the benefit of those watching, young and old, maybe some have forgotten and some have not learned yet, let's just briefly highlight the national symbols.
Oh yes, the national symbols, our anthem, written by Sir Leighton Thomas, written by Father Charles Jess, and the music by Sir Leighton Thomas. And we love our anthem. We have to inculcate into our young people the need for them to learn the anthem. The words are so poignant. Then we have our pledge. The pledge came later, but it was written by our own Calypsonian, Jeff Elver Paley. So this is what we have to bear in mind. We have Sidney Bradshaw, and he gave us our coat of arms. We have our national flowers, the rose and the Margaret flower, which is the bachelor's button. We have our national bird, the Amazula versicolor. We have our national dress, the wobdwiet and the jip, which is the casual wear. People call it the madras. We also have our national plant, That's the bamboo and our national tree, the calabash, you know. And then there is still a little debate about our national dish, although we all say it is green fig and saltfish, and people, oh, the green fig and saltfish comes in so many different variations. You know, they make a green banana salad, they just do boiled green fig and saltfish, you know, so this is St. Lucia. We're changing things. So we need to celebrate our symbols, and there is supposed to be a National Symbols Act. And my position is that the 1st of March should be National Symbols Day. So everybody in the schools and, you know, at work and everywhere, we should focus on our national symbols. And we mustn't forget our pitons. To me, this is our greatest national symbol.
Yes.
But, you know, these are the things we should focus on.
You know what? And that is some food for thought early right here on This Morning. So, Margot, I have to thank you. It is always, you know, a great experience. We always leave learning something, and it's always fun. So it's about time we know our culture. So we thank you for that.
Yes, thank you, Shayla. And
You're
thank you,
welcome.
DBS. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. And you guys keep watching This Morning. We still have more. Everybody, welcome back to This Morning. Thank you for staying locked on to DBS, and I'm Chayla Mendez, welcoming you with a difference. Because right now, if you want your nails hammered to perfection, and you don't want to be like me and just be basic, then you need to come to Nailed SLU or Nailed SLU. And of course, I have the lady behind this. It is Kellyanne. So she's our lovely lady in red today. How are you, love?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I feel good, and I'm loving the red is very popping on you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great. So tell us about Nailed SLU.
Nailed was founded in July of 2013. It all started with my love for nails. I just love nails. I love colors. I love making people's nails look pretty. Mine look pretty. So I just took that and I just made it into a business. My original career path was to be, is rather, to be a qualified accountant. So I am juggling that as well as my love for nails. So it's black and white to say the least, but it's possible and I'm doing it.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Now, I have to highlight this too. Friday, tomorrow, is going to be International Women's Day. So this is just another story, something to inspire other young ladies here. Pursuing accounts, starting her own business, and of course, who says you can't be a glamorous accountant? And so I'm looking forward to the end result of that.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the services, what you offer. I mean, if any of you remember, June Quayle, not this year, but year before, she always hooks up my nails, whether it's Christmas, June Quayle with something interesting and unique. So let's talk about some of the services that you offer.
I currently offer acrylics as well as gels. By gels, I mean gel polish, polygel, and that's pretty much what I do. Recently, I just introduced the polygel. I introduced that in September of last year, and it was for the main purpose of persons who are not too keen on getting all the colors done. So I had a few, natural clients. All they wanted to do is to preserve that natural nail, have it look classy for work. And I did some research and I realized polygel was the way to go. So I brought it in. I had a few of my clients, try it. They loved it. And that's how polygel just, it started with Nailed, and it's been a pretty successful service. It's been really, really good.
Yes, so now, before seeing it on your Instagram, I had never heard of it, and I always come to Kellyanne and I tell her, okay, I know nothing about nails, but I trust you. And I feel like just your personality alone adds value as well to the skills that you already have. And I think in business, especially with the nature of that, you have to be a people's person. You have to be able to have that sort of customer relations. You're like your own customer service representative. So how important is it to you making that connection, understanding your clients, having them feel comfortable?
It is my number one priority. When I meet my clients for the first time, I have a world of questions. What do you do? What do you like? Why are you coming to me today? Is it because of a special occasion? Are you looking for somebody new? So I get to know my clients, and after a while I know, okay, this client doesn't want that. You know, I might probably get this for this particular client. I actually shop for specific clients because I group them based on the people who are more, I wouldn't say glamorous because everybody is glamorous in their own way, but who is more of a natural, you know, pastel look client, and who loves, you know, colors, vibrancy. So that's how I classify my clients, and I try to understand them because of that, what they do, their lifestyle. I have a few of them who are gym goers, so I know for sure with the polygel, it's specifically for these kinds of people. They're not too harsh on the nail. They're odorless. So that's what I do, and I really believe in that. You need to get to know your clients, hands down. That's one of the first things that you do.
Now, how long has Nailed been in existence for?
Well, since 2013. It's been a journey. It has been a very interesting journey. I have learned so much. I have gotten to know so many influential women. I have met people, not just regionally, but internationally through Nailed, people who have mentored me, people who have learned from me. And it's definitely something, if it's something that has changed me for the better.
So now you know this lady here, 6 years strong. You know, I didn't realize it's been this many years already of Nailed.
I know, right? It's been a while. Yeah.
And what would you say to any of our young females out there who have dreams, whether it's to, you know, be in cosmetics, etc., but have a dream and, you know, maybe they're shy about pursuing it?
I would absolutely say go at it with everything. Go at it aggressively. Do not take no for an answer. And by no, I don't mean from people, but from yourself. Your doubt begins internally. Do not take that as an answer. You can do it. It's possible. People have done it before, and you can do it too. Yeah.
Well, this is how we're going to wrap up, but of course, I have to leave you with a final word. Obviously, the contact information and where to follow you on social media.
On Facebook, you can follow Nailed, Nailed SLU. On Instagram, it's _Nailed SLU. If you do want to contact me directly, you can do that at 726-9161.
So this is the official wrap, and of course it's the eve of International Women's Day, so this is just our first sneak peek, teaser, feature, and highlight. So let's support our own, and Kellyanne, congratulations, hats off to you, and I cannot wait until you are officially with that degree, because I think you'll be the most fabulous accountant out. So look out for her. It's all about Nailed, and if you want to be trendy, if you want to, you know, accentuate your own personality, then Kellyanne is the person to come to. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. All right.
Welcome back, everybody. So this morning is going to continue. We are again still at the Lighthouse. Let me tell you, the views are amazing. And speaking of that, we're sticking with being patriotic and loving St. Lucia. So let's taking a little something that's really going to help keep us feeling our national pride.
Lemon mademwe ki place so titifi. Premier bagay mwe kawe pon se mwe se just saintly see. Then they ask, nah, what ends you reppin'? What's your postcode? I exhale, and with a sunshine smile, I simply reply that I do not rep ends or a postcode. I represent an island, the place that I call home. If you're asking me for my area code, it's 758. If you're asking me the precise geographical location of where I'm from, I'll tell you that my home lies amid the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. 238 square miles of picturesque scenery. She is known as the Helen of the West Indies and shapes every atom of my identity. I am from a land where beauty is not loud or overbearing, but simply striking, exquisite, and luminary from within. Though her soils have been trodden over 14 times, they are no less fertile. They remain enriched with the seeds of multicultural roots from Europeans, African slaves, Arawak Indians, and Caribs too. Yet when I cross new lands, I am labeled as foreign fruit, for it takes time for others to gain insight as they sit and overlook my culture, my diversity. So I stand tall like the pitons, harnessed to a strong sense of national identity. And when I am repeatedly questioned as to why, my home is not regarded as the place in which I reside, in my justification I can only reply that home is where the heart lies. I am from a land where knowledge is wealth, a place of prosperity and fidelity, where the warmth of the sun is reflected in my people, in their characters and in their skin. See, we have sepia tones through to cocoa brown skins enriched with melanin. I come from a place independent, where toil and hard graft are no secret. Long before 1979, my people have sweat to fertilize soils for their livelihood and to ensure that their families are well kept. I come from an island of balance, where among the hard labor we still find the chance to embrace the sublime around us and enjoy nature at its best. Yet when the weekend arrives or it's Vaval time, we still go fest. After fete, after fete. Let there be no mistake that my people, we know how to have fun. Because when time comes, it's pure wine and get on in true, get on our fashion. Yes, we're a versatile nation with an acute sense of time appropriation. From a young age, we are encouraged to learn, encouraged to take pride in ourselves with manners and decorum. And so it breaks my heart, it saddens me to know that people choose to bring ill publicity to a place that I call home. You forsaking their national culture for the imitation of another, committing crime after crime, and yet they remain unwilling to serve or to do the time, living ignorant lifestyles, being vile and hostile, forgetting the toils of their forefathers and ancestors, going adrift, severing ties to their anchors. I may have only been a child, but I still remember when Trini Calypsonian Gypsy sang to the little black boy corrupted by violence and gangs. He sang to him to go to school and learn, encouraging him to show some concern. There's far too much beauty in my country to be idle and let it go to waste. So I pray that we continue to encourage our youth to make their world a better place. Keep them tied to their foundations so that regardless of migration, they hold a sense of pride and relation to their history and their nation. Mommy encouraged me to be world class, to stay rooted to my nationality. So now I infect the world of my Lucian pride, promoting an awareness of cultural identity. Yes, no matter where I go, everyone knows where I am from. A proud Lucian, this is me. Tell them, sing it loud and proud of where you come from, where you come from. Yes, be proud, where you come from, be proud, come from St. Lucia.
So this wraps up our morning here on This Morning. I hope you enjoyed your coffee. I hope you've enjoyed everything that we served up as well for you. Special good morning to Margot Thomas and all of our friends over at the National Archive, Patrick, everybody who's part of the crew. And of course, people, let's go out there and make today matter. Let's make it count. And of course, we have a beautiful island, so come on, enjoy it with us. And still for that, we're leaving you off on this positive note. Let's love St. Lucia and be true St. Lucians 100%. I'll see you tomorrow.